Installation Manual for Iron Click Roof Panels. Iron Click roof panels have many innovative solutions that facilitate their installation and improve the roof aesthetics. The panels can be installed on full boarding or timber battens. The spacing of the battens should not exceed 25 cm measured from their centers. Install the eaves flashings before the panels. In this case, it is the mod system. The panels should be installed perpendicularly to the edge of the eaves, always starting from the right side. In the case of rectangular planes, before installation, measure the diagonals of the slopes, which should be equal. Bring the first profile to the top of the slope and set it parallel to the eaves. Fix the eaves vent profile with nails, as shown on the screen. Remove the protective foil, should it have one. Install the subsequent profiles with an overlap of 3 cm. Once the starter strip has been install the 3 cm by 4 cm top profiles, as shown on the screen. Then prepare 9 × 3 cm clip from a flat sheet. Measure 5 cm and draw a parallel line on which you bend the clip 90 degrees. Such prepared clips should be now attached to each batten or board along the entire barge. Before installing the panels, a decision should be made whether the outermost sheets should be symmetrical. In this case, we start the assembly with a whole panel and only cut the last sheet. Place the first panel on the roof surface. Hook the panel fold onto the eaves vent profile, leaving about 1 cm of the expansion gap. Use a special gauge to keep the gap even along the entire length. Drive the screw into the center of the panel expansion hole. Set the appropriate torque of the fasteners. It is important not to deform the mounting cup, because it may block thermal movements of the panel. Then, make sure the panel is perpendicular to the eaves and tighten the remaining fasteners. The number of fasteners depends on the zone in which the panel is located, edge or middle. The size of the edge zones depends on the length of the rafters. We calculated by multiplying the length of the rafters by a constant factor of 0.1, bearing in mind that the minimum size of the zone is 1 meter and the maximum size is 2 meters. In the edge zone, the panels are screwed to each batten or board, in the middle zone to every second. When screwed, fold all the clips. Hook the next panel on the eaves vent profile and align the locks with the preceding panel. Once properly positioned, press down firmly to the overlapping sheet to lock it in. Perform the activity from the eaves towards the ridge. Once the panel is locked, you can screw it in. Install the rest of the panels in the same way. To prepare the last panel, measure the distance from the seam to the edge of the top profile and add 25 mm. After trimming, draw a 25 mm line along the cut edge and fold it upwards at a right angle. Once the panels have been installed, close the lock covers and fold the hems. After the installation of all panels, install the top flashings and proceed to the installation of the GTR ridge tile. Installation of the ridge cap should be preceded by the installation of the ridge vent profile to which the ridge cap will be screwed. The profile has special cuts that facilitate cutting to the width of the panel. The profile must be installed in such a way that after installing the ridge cap, it is 1 cm from its edge. Make sure that the profile is not screwed to the batten or board, but only to the panel, as not to block thermal movements. Screw the ridge tile to the profile with fasteners, as shown on the screen.